Hey everyone, it's Fit Tate Eats and I am back again with another video, and today I'm having Five Guys. I've been craving a burger for the past few days, and finally got some discombobulation there. Let's get that back in between those buns. So I have a cheeseburger with the works. Pickles, onion, tomato, mayo, everything. American cheese. Of course, fries. And some ketchup to dip my fries in. So before I get started, I'm gonna say my grace. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this food that I'm about to receive. Please allow it to nourish my body. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So guys, it's almost Christmas. For many years, even when I lived at home, you know, we always put up a Christmas tree every year. Like, there has not been a year that we didn't put up a tree when I lived at home. And then even since I moved out on my own, I mean, I've been living on my own for quite a while, I always had a tree. But this year, it's weird, I did not put up a Christmas tree. And the reason being is because, so I have an 18-year-old and a 14-year-old. The 18-year-old actually has her own kid. So I have a grandson. He's only 6 months though, so he could care less about a tree or anything. He doesn't know what's going on. But for years I've been like, I don't want to put up a tree. You know, I just feel like we always do it at the last minute, and before you know it, it's time to take it back down. And no one ever wants to help, and then I have to like persuade them to help. So my daughter was like, don't do it. On the other hand, my son says, do it. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe do it for the grandson at least. I don't know. But the thing is, no one wants to help. The tree is, you know, on the bigger side. It's 7.5 feet. I'm not trying to put it up by myself. And it's big. Like, it's not a little tree, you know. It's like, you know, width-wise, I mean, I think 7.5 feet is like normal size. But width-wise, the dimensions of it, it's kind of, you know, it's on the bigger side. You know, it takes a lot of strings of lights to, you know, get the whole tree lit up. I mean, it's just a lot. This is so good. I ordered through DoorDash. And I know it's a little bit more for delivery, but it's so worth it. Especially for something that you want, that you've been wanting for a while. So worth it. Every now and then, I just want a big, juicy, fat burger. I don't know why, but it was that time again. I love their fries that they're fresh cut. Only thing is, they put salt on my fries. I asked for no salt. At least it's not overcrowded with salt like McDonald's. I swear they overdo it all the time. I feel like they take the whole container and just like do one of those. So no one wants to help put this tree up. So today's the 19th. We're getting super close to the 25th. So I'm like, well, why should I even bother putting up a Christmas tree now? No one wants to help do it, but everyone, you know, well, I shouldn't say everyone. Well, no one wants to help put it up, but my son wants it to be up. Lemonade Crystal Light. I love lemonade Crystal Light. Oh, I don't even have any room. Love it. It's the only one I will drink. The other ones taste weird and artificial. Ugh, it's just weird. So in a way, it seems a little weird that the tree isn't up. But then again, I kind of been pushing for it for years. Like, let's not even bother with it. Next year might be a different story. I don't know. If it's so good, you will. I love ketchup. Oh my gosh, this probably, I don't even think this is going to be enough for all these fries. I probably won't eat them all, but I love ketchup. So, maybe next year, maybe we can try again. My grandson will be like 1.5 then, so I might do a tree then. Provided he's not like knocking it over and taking all the ornaments and stuff off. So, like I said, I've been craving this burger. So what is your favorite burger place? Like for me, like this is Five Guys. So, oh, I didn't even do a thumbnail. Totally forgot because I was so hungry. I'm gonna try to get something together here really quickly. And the crazy part is I thought about it before I started eating. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a thumbnail in the beginning, and I still forget. I've been wanting this burger though. So I was ready to dig in. That fries are so good. Like, I wonder statistically, like when people go through drive-thrus, statistically, how many people go into the fry bag before, you know, they actually pull out of the lot? I know I always do it. I always check my food anyway to make sure it's good. But I'm already ready to go for a fry. So like, I like Five Guys. There's this other burger joint called Wayback Burger. Really good. But my all-time favorite, I think, is Steak and Shake. I love Steak and Shake. I mean, their patties are like super thin, so you're gonna want to get like a double or a triple. But it is so good. And the only reason I don't eat Steak and Shake a lot is because there isn't one close to me. I think the closest one is probably, it's like a little less than 10 miles. And that means I always have to eat there. Because to pick it up, bring it back home, it's gonna be super cold. I can't stand super cold food. I always want my food like hot to the point where it's gonna burn your mouth. I mean, but it cools off like really quickly once it's out in the open. So ironically enough, I don't like tomatoes. I love ketchup. But I have tomatoes on here. For some reason, like with tomatoes and onion together is so good. like really good. I can tolerate the tomato on a burger with fresh onions, not grilled onions. I like grilled onions, but I'd rather have the fresh onions. So after this, let my food digest, I'm gonna do a workout. Hence the name Fit Tay Eats. Someone asked me, how did you come up with that name? Like, I don't spell it how most people probably would spell it. Like, I don't have all the letters. So, of course, the fit part, that's self-explanatory. I work out a lot into fitness, so fit. And then Tay, that's part of my name. But instead of putting like 2 T's, I just use the 1 T for fit and then put Tay in there and then eats. Hence the mukbangs and cooking tutorials and all that stuff. But I use the E at the end of Tay to also be the E for eats. So it's not spelled like the traditional way that people will probably think it's spelled. I like decided to design my own logo. I like technology and stuff like that. And I figured, why, you know, it's so many apps and software and just so much stuff out there now. You can like DIY it. I'm all about DIYing it. If I can DIY it, I'm gonna DIY it. I mean, why, you know, pay someone unless, you know, I have this vision and it needs to really be created a certain type of way and I need a graphic designer to, you know, draw it out because I don't draw. But if I can like just find something and like kind of take that as an idea, as a basis, I will. So I designed my own logo, which, you know, it could probably be better, but it was like my vision at the time. I'm like, you know, how do I want it to be? I want it to definitely represent me, of course. So unless, you know, I might end up, you know, down the line getting someone to do it professionally. I don't know. It depends. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do a workout after this. After all the food digests. That's all. I like keep my weight down. You know, I do things in moderation. Like I always tell people, like people say, oh, you're so small. Why do you work out? Working out isn't just about, you know, losing weight. It's just about a healthier lifestyle and just being overall healthy. Making sure the inside of your body is good. But, you know, people ask. I'm like, I like it. I've been doing it for years, you know. All of my onions are falling off. You ever notice like onions really just bring out the flavor and things? Like I feel like onions are mandatory on a burger. Like if you're gonna have a burger, like especially from a restaurant, like if I make a burger at home, I don't care. Unless it's gonna be like a burger like this. Like one time I actually, years ago, looked up a way, well it couldn't have been that long ago. Maybe it was like 2 years ago. Looked up the way to make the best tasting, juiciest burger ever. So I always buy lean ground beef. I usually buy 90 to 96% lean. Well, eventually after researching, I learned that all the flavor is in the fat. And I'm like, oh, I think I went and got like ground chuck or something like that, 80% lean. And all I used was salt and pepper. That's all I use. When I tell you guys it was the best at home homemade burger ever, it was the best burger ever that I have ever made at home. Man, that burger was good. I mean, the best burger I had ever made. And only with like a little bit of salt and pepper. Like normally I put like real seasonings on my stuff, like garlic, paprika, adobo. Like I'll put all of that on there just to season it, but eventually I learned why. I didn't have enough fat in my ground beef. Plus, I didn't use ground beef. I used like ground chuck or ground sirloin. One of them, I don't remember. But it was on point. So I don't drink soda. So mainly just water. Not a lot of juice or anything. And the reason that I do not drink, oh, I love the crunchy fry. I love to hear the crunch. I love the way it tastes. There's something about the crunchy fries. Oh my gosh. I hate that they pound on the salt on it. It's not like an overabundance of salt. I didn't want any salt at all. Like, normally I'll put my own salt on. I'll just drink a little bit. But restaurants tend to like overdo it. A little bit more salt than what I want. And it's not that I don't like salt. It's just that I have a very sensitive palate to salt. So like, it literally like gives me the chills. So I'm really happy, you guys. So I've been going to the nail salon for years, since I was a teenager, and I'm far from that now. But hopefully you all can see that I got a new nail technician. I'm very picky about my nails and my hair. So my hair is natural. I don't have any chemicals or anything. I do have a little color in it, but for the most part, I don't have like anything to straighten it. It's just a natural kinky curly hair up underneath here. And for years, like as I was transitioning out of my relaxer, the chemically treated hair, I had a hard time finding a hairstylist that specialized, keyword, specialized in natural hair. I would either call a hair salon or I would stop in one and say, hey, do you all have any stylists that specialize in natural hair? And they would say, yeah, all of our stylists do natural hair. Well, I do too. So does my mom and my friend and so forth. I said specialize. It's a difference. Like you can't treat the natural hair the same way you would the chemically treated hair. So finally found someone, like it was a mutual friend of a friend. And I think it started with Instagram or whatever. So finally found a natural hair stylist, super close to me. So I'm so happy about that. He is awesome. And I've been going to him for 3.5 years now. I have never once out of the 3.5 years worried about how my hair was going to look or anything. You ever had a hairstylist or even your barber for the guys, or maybe with the females who might go to a barber and get their hair cut, and you're kind of wondering, like, you can't see what they're doing because they're working their magic and you're like itching to turn around and look in the mirror? You ever wondered, like, oh, I hope they're doing this right, I hope it looks like this? I have never ever once, not once, wondered that about my hairstylist. I've never once got out of his chair and thought my head looked like a hot mess, or I've never once even come back home to like fix anything on my head. Like, it's just been a great experience. His name is Ryan Burrell. His Instagram is Ryan Burrell Hair. He's awesome. Like, when I tell you, I don't have a reason to ever get another hairstylist unless he decides to do something different. Other than that, he is my hairstylist for life. So my nail tech, yes, I have been forever, for years, looking for someone that could do like designs like this. Have not been able to find anyone. Now, I'm in the Chicago area, so you would think, like, it's not like we have this big nail thing here, you know, like how Atlanta may be known for like the weaves and stuff like that. Like, we don't have like this big nail thing here, but it being Chicago, you would think like, yeah, you know, we have to have some good hairstylists and nail techs and all that. Maybe there are some out there, I just couldn't find them. I mean, when I find someone that I truly like, I'm gonna stick with that person. Like, if your services are on point, you provide great service, everything, I'm sticking with you. Like, I'm your friend to the end. Like, I'm your ride or die. You know, I will be your client like forever. So I've tried a few different nail techs. Now, I've never had a lot of good experience with female nail technicians. Not to say that females can't do a great job. It's just the ones that I encountered, they were not for me. So whenever I would hear of a female nail technician, I'm like, no, that's okay. So I've had a few different nail technicians, man, like over the past few years, just maybe like 5 or 6, I don't know. Like, I'll go to someone for a while, and I'm like, no, they're not doing it for me. Let me see if I can find someone else. There was this one guy that I did find. It was kind of like a fluke, because decided to dump, you know, another nail technician. Went into this, did some research, went to this one nail salon, my daughter and I did. And we wanted this one particular nail stylist because we kept seeing his name on Yelp. And so I'm like, well, he got to be pretty good, the way, you know, people are ranting and raving. It was like him and another guy and then another guy that they kept mentioning. But this one guy name kept getting mentioned like over and over again. So I'm like, yeah, I want him. So we did it as a walk-in because, you know, the places I go, you never have to have an appointment. So we walked in. He was like, he only really take appointments. Okay, cool, whatever. So then I asked for the other guy, and he was like, he's on vacation. I'm like, oh my gosh. He was like, well, what about this person? He was like, did you hear anything about like his name on Yelp? I was like, yeah, I did hear his name. His name is David. So I'm like, yeah, I did hear, read some good things about David. Man, when I tell you, this dude was awesome. He was awesome. I did not go to him for very long, but that was not my choice. I went into the nail salon one day, and they said that he no longer worked there, but they wouldn't tell me where he went. They just kept saying another, like they told me the town that he went to. But I'm like, I'm ready to call like every nail salon in that particular town, because I'm like, the Chicago suburban towns are not that big. So I'm like, I should be able to find him. I never found him. Don't know what happened to him. They would not forward my information to him. And I know they didn't, because why wouldn't he call me? Like, if he was still in the business, like, you would think that he would want his clients. So I know they never gave him my information, because that was like my big thing. I'm like, well, can you please give him my information and have him call me? Like, it's crazy. I didn't have his information. Like, I don't know why. I never, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, like for my nail technicians, I've never had like their personal number or anything. You just walk in and sit and wait, and if they're not available. So for years, I've never had the need to have anyone number. But this new person I do have this person's number. But like I said, I, never gotten the service that I really, truly wanted. And so my daughter tells me about this person. And I'm like, I don't know about this, you know, like it's a female. I'm like feeling like I'm in my feelings now. I'm like, might as well just keep going to this other guy. So, and the other guy, he does pretty well. My thing is, it's like, I want like all those Noonie Torres. Like, if you don't know who Noonie Torres is, look him up on Instagram. Like, he was also on this like reality TV show. I think it was Boss Nails or something like that. I forget the name of it, but these ladies and then him, like, I don't know if there was any other guys in the salon, but it was like a lot of ladies and then him, the guy, and I don't know, it could have been other people. It's been years since I've seen it. Man, when I tell you they could throw down on some nails, man, they could and they did. And Noonie was the bomb.com. And I'm like, man, I want a Noonie Torres type of nail tech. And when my daughter said she was gonna get her nails done, I'm like, well, first I saw her designs, and I'm like, this is like Noonie little sister, but here in Chicago, you know. So shoot, I'm like, if I'm ever planning to go to Florida one day, I swear I would book with him in advance, because I'm pretty sure he's busy. But I swear I would, and I don't care how much it would cost. You know, I'm like, I would, you know, if that's the only time I'm gonna end up getting my nails done by Noonie, I would take it. So. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, it's like she like Noonie's little sister, that, you know, secret sister here in Chicago. So I told my daughter, I was like, look, once I see your nails, then I can determine whether or not, you know, I want to go. She came back home. They looking good. I'm like, okay, I'm going to schedule an appointment with her. I was a little leery. Like I said, a couple of reasons I was a little leery, but one, because it's a female, and I'm like, I haven't had the best experiences. So, I'm like, I scheduled my appointment. She did tell me, so I scheduled my appointment for a fill-in, and she was like, no, I don't, you know, go over anybody else's work. So I'm like, okay, I totally respect that. Like, I'm cool with that. And like, these are my natural nails, so I don't know if you can see that, but like, those are my natural nails. Sorry, I got like food and everything up under it, but these are my nails just with an acrylic overlay. So I opted not to get a fill-in. So it was actually getting closer to time for me to get a fill-in. I'm like, I might as well not get a fill-in. I had actually just got a fresh overlay, which means I had got all of the other stuff taken off and then just got it freshly like put on there again. So I'm like, okay, fine. Totally respect that. I understand what, you know, her not want to go over anybody else's work. So got everything soaked off that day. She did my nails. I did a very, you know, like different design, but kind of basic, like basic for her. And I just wanted to get a good feel. So I'm like, if this goes well, then I'm going to have her do this design, which I don't remember where I found it. But I found it somewhere online and I saved it in my phone. So after she was done with my nails, I was like, hey, can you do this? And she was like, yeah. So I just recently got this done on Monday. Today is what, Wednesday. So I can't wait. And she had already told me, she was like, yeah, you don't need to come, but every 3 weeks or so. Like, yeah, she said 3 weeks. Normally like 2, and that's the max. With these other nail salons, like 2 and that's it. Like, I'm telling you, she's like Noonie Torres's like little lost sister, like that he don't know that he has here in the Chicago area. Because this lady, I'm not saying she's probably not as great as him. I don't know. I've never, like, other than Instagram, I don't know any of his work. So I've never actually got my nails done by him. Not that I wouldn't, I would love to, but like, I mean, she does some good work. Like, looking at her Instagram, I actually thoroughly went through it the other day. Well, no, last night, I think, because I was trying to pick out my next design. Because now I see that she can duplicate stuff very well. I'm like, I'm finna put her to the test. So I'm looking at her stuff and I'm like taking screenshots of things that I would want. And then I'm like just kind of Googling and taking screenshots. But I'm like, this lady's finna throw down on my nails. She is my nail tech for life. Like, me and her, we gonna be like this, man. Like, she gonna be on my Christmas list. I mean, my Christmas gift list next year for sure. Like, normally, like, nails, not my nail stylist, but my hairstylist, I'll like get them something for, or get them, like, bake them a cake or something. I used to have an online bakery, so I will So normally I would like bake him something for like Christmas and for his birthday. Oh, she's gonna get something next year. Oh yeah, we kind of cut it kind of close this year. So, but I did give her a nice tip. So I mean, like she did her thing. Like I didn't know how she was gonna pull this off. And then like I said, these are my natural nails. So that was another concern. But she reassured me. She was like, I promise you, I will take care of your natural nails. Like she reassured me that I was gonna be good. So. This is so good. Oh, I swear. I'm like hashtag winning this week. Awesome nail technician. My Five Guys, my juicy fattening cheeseburger, and I love it. I'm like doing a little happy dance here. I'm getting a little full now. Oh, but that was good. I'm only getting full because I ate a late breakfast. Too busy working. I was working earlier and I did not eat breakfast until around noon. And it's 2:53. So with that being said, I didn't eat breakfast all that long ago. So now I really want to finish this burger, but I'm like kind of full now. I almost got Checkers just for the funnel fries. I want to make some funnel fries. Man, up until like maybe a month ago, I had never had a funnel cake, fries, nothing. And my daughter got Checkers. Had some funnel fries. Man, I've been like neglected and deprived all these years and sleep on that whole funnel cake, funnel fry thing. I have a deep fryer. I'm making me some funnel fries. I don't know when. Or maybe a funnel cake. It doesn't matter as long as it's funnel something. Oh, it's going to be good. I might even record that one. Like, man, I can't wait. Tasty. Well, guys, I am going to wrap it up here because me and my late breakfast totally threw my lunch off, but I pretty much ate the majority of that burger. I bet you my son will want the rest of it. He doesn't care how, it's not even that much left. And he will eat it and he will annihilate the rest of these fries. I bet you he will. So this money will not go to waste. I am sure of that. Well, you guys, I appreciate you eating with me. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe at Fit Tay Eats, and I will see you soon.